And welcome everyone to the Riverside County Board Brief as we give you a brief look at what took place during today's Riverside County Board of Supervisors meeting. My name is Pep Fernandez and we had a lot going on in today's meeting, which we will get to, but we want to start off this show with a very special shout out to a friend and a colleague here with the County of Riverside, Lamont Butler Sr. Take a look at this video because Lamont Butler Jr. hit the game-winning basket for San Diego State in their Final Four game against Florida Atlantic. The Aztecs won 72-71 to punch their ticket to the championship game. Unfortunately for Lamont Butler Jr. and the Aztecs, they would lose in the finals against UConn. But obviously, a kid from Riverside Poly High School. His dad is a friend and a colleague here at the County of Riverside. In fact, he is a lead maintenance service mechanic with our facilities management department. And his parents were actually at the Final Four. Let's show you a picture of them. There's Lamont Butler Sr. on the side, his mother on the other side, and San Diego State going to the Final Four for the first time ever and going to the national finals thanks to Lamont Butler Jr. And again, big shout out to him, a Riverside guy and obviously proud parents, a proud father, and a friend of ours here at the County of Riverside. All right, after the shout out now, let's get to the business at hand during today's Board of Supervisors meeting. Join us right now on the show, Felisa Cardona. She's the Public Information Officer for Transportation and Land Management. And Felisa, we've been talking actually several times about Gilman Springs Road. We know there's improvements going on, but it sounds like there's going to be, in addition, more improvements on the way. Is that correct?
That is correct. The county is investing an additional $44 million into the project. This roadway is a vital route for our commuters, our visitors, and these improvements are long overdue, so we're excited that they're coming. There's going to be a shoulder widening and a widening of the median from Highway 60 to 79.
All right, we're looking at some B-roll of that stretch of Gilman Springs Road. And if you've been out there, you know it's an important road, an important artery connecting different parts of Riverside County to the Hemet and San Jacinto area. Felisa, why is that stretch of roadway so important?
It's important because our visitors go through there. We have students going to universities, colleges through there. Our commuters who are going to different sites, different places to visit throughout our county. So we want them to have a safe route, to have an easy route to get from A to B.
All right, and Felisa, finally, let's just drill down just a little bit deeper. So when we're talking about improvements, what does it exactly mean? What's it going to look like when they apply this money to the projects?
They're going to have 4-foot painted medians along the highway between Highway 60 and Highway 79, and there's going to be 5-foot shoulder widening along that route. Okay. And there's going to be a replacement of the bridge at Potrero Creek.
All right, very good. Some great improvements on the way. Thank you, Felisa. Appreciate the time.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that was Felisa Cardona, PIO for TLMA, Transportation Land Management Agency. All right, also during today's Board of Supervisors meeting, we're going to tell you more about Tech Bridge. Take a look at some video from earlier. Our team from the Economic Development came in front of the Board of Supervisors today, and they were talking about Tech Bridge. Now, it's a partnership really between the Naval Surface Warfare Center out there in the Cardona Norco area, as well as the County of Riverside, of course, and the Riverside Community College District. It's a way to really engage that relationship between the public and the private sector. And we had the Tech Bridge director here, Troy Clark, to talk more about this partnership with the County of Riverside and what exactly that's going to look like.
We have long been partners in our technology transfer mission, and it's great that this partnership is closing in on an off-base facility location that will enable us to collaborate more easily with small businesses, startups, and academic institutions. The Navy established Tech Bridges to accelerate capability transfer from our regional innovation ecosystems into the hands of our warfighters to stay ahead of our adversaries. And Tech Bridges use a public-private partnership model that brings together small businesses, academia, local governments, entrepreneurial support organizations, and venture capital. And to that end, the Inland Empire Tech Bridge needs to be the innovation superconnector for the Inland Empire. We intend to focus on 3 programming areas to execute this mission: facilitation for networking and raising awareness of needs and capabilities, innovation and acceleration for creating new capabilities, and education and entrepreneurial support to bring innovation to market. And ultimately, my dream is to have Tech Bridge be the catalyst to transform the Inland Empire into the new IE, Innovation Empire.
Innovation Empire, I like that. Now joining us here on the board brief, you've seen him before, Mike Walsh is back from Housing and Workforce Solutions to talk about and Mike, I got to get this right, the Community Development Block Grant process. If people watched the board meeting today, you saw a lot of representatives from different agencies talking about their projects and the funding they need for these projects. So can you kind of explain what that process was if people watched the board meeting today, Mike?
Yeah, to start off, I want to thank the 15 nonprofits that came in to talk about their projects, because once a year, as part of our receiving roughly $11 million of funding from the federal government, we have to host a public meeting to hear about all the variety of needs that are in the community, from the people with a food kitchen to community roads, community centers, affordable housing, and everything in between. And it's the one time really a year that we do it all as a larger county family. Oftentimes it's done as one-off meetings, but this is where we bring it all together so we can hear the diverse needs within our county and how we can best prioritize funding going forward.
Yeah, we're looking at some video from the meeting today, and again, you saw a lot of people come up to the podium and address the Board of Supervisors, talking about their project and how much that project is going to be. So, Mike, where do we go from here? Is it up to the Board of Supervisors to decide, how much money will be allocated to certain projects? What's the next step?
Yeah, so the next step was that we're going to be meeting with both the board staff as well as with the nonprofit organizations and reviewing their applications. And then it comes to the rating and ranking and priorities for the different communities. We have 71 total applications for the funding we have committed, which is more than enough, more demand than there is need. And so we're going to have to go through the process of prioritizing and how we leverage the resources we have. But by hearing all of the variety of different needs, we can see maybe it doesn't work for CDBG, but it could work for another funding source program in a different county department, or with another opportunity that's coming down from the state or other funding source.
And that's, I guess, the luxury of having a public meeting, right? Because if you can't do the funds here, maybe there's another avenue to help them out, huh?
Yeah, that's the big hope, that if the people heard something they like today, whether that's another nonprofit, another wealthy individual in the community, maybe they can step up and fill the need.
Very good. That's Mike Walsh from Housing and Workforce Solutions here on the board brief. Thank you very much, Mike. And that's going to do it for this edition of the show. We always appreciate you tuning in. My name is Pep Fernandez, and we will see you next time.